When I leave the house, I wear my VPL with pride. I swing my water bottle by my side to show that I'm a healthy person. I feel like school. A sweaty grip of nylon tights to damp flesh. Chlorine sunk into the system for 2 days, like the morning after pill. Rising stale from lips when I kiss Tom Walker on Port Hill. I feel like Sunday mornings and the fish and chip flavoured biscuits bought from the vending machine. It's cold. It's always colder than I expect when I tuck up legs and launch, like that muscular dancer taught me to in the competition pool in Guildford. I used to be a lifeguard. I hated it. Swaggering, track-suited boys, grading every female over 16, as long as that's how old she seemed, with finger ratings. The number of fingers denoting how foxy they were, from 1 up to 5, where an off the scale was an explosion of fingers from the side of the head, like a bullet of beauty busting brains from skulls, so they sprayed across the poolside tiles. 18-year-olds eyeing up girls' arses in charge of keeping people alive. And when I torpedo off the side, I think of them and of the girl I saved. It always takes a little while to settle in, a little while to set my stroke. I always have to overtake the bloke who's more stomach than man, and the one who crashes his legs together like he can't bend his knees, like he's one of those wind-up frogs that you set free in bath water. So he crashes around haphazardly until he winds himself into inaction. I always have to overtake a calculated fraction of the lane until it lies clear ahead of me, until I know that my stroke won't take me too close to the toes of the next swimmer on from me. And this is when it settles in. Breath and stroke combining, setting time. I feel my weight shift from air to water, from water to air, from air to water, from water to air. And the rhythm wipes away muck. It rubs pressing stress like bird mess from a windscreen, and for a second, it feels brilliant, and I feel cleaned. And then I realise I'm just swimming. That swimming's all I can do in this pool. I have to swim for at least 25 minutes more, otherwise basically I would have just been for a paddle. So I swim, planting bubble kisses on the cheeks of passers-by in case they woke up next to an empty opposite pillow like I did. And somewhere between the 15th and 20th length, it varies, I hear my father's voice calling my name, telling me to get changed quickly or stop doing somersaults and just swim properly. And the only way to silence him is to cut into the water more deeply until the muscles near my armpits burn. Until then, I can hear him saying, I didn't do anything wrong. Again and again, like he did when we found out. I only think about him when I swim. Not when I'm waiting for a northbound Northern Line on platform 2 or queuing for coffee or thumbing book spines like new lovers in old libraries, only when I swim. Only between the shallow and the deep, when the teenage boys watch over me. I can't hear him when I'm showering. I lose the ring of his voice when I towel myself dry. I forget what the teeth at the corner of his smile look like, or what they look like when he'd been drinking red wine. He is fish and chip flavoured biscuits on Sunday mornings. He is shocked at me lifeguarding because I never was that sporty. He is the text message sent after 3 years of no contact, throwing contempt at parenting like soaking toilet paper at the ceiling, so it sticks. Sometimes I swim through him, blood rushing to face, so the in and out of life and the girl I saved are the only things I can focus on, else I just stop moving. But today, he stays in the next lane or just ahead of me. His laugh rolling out like the bulls he'd lob down the beach with me, like ZZ Top blaring from his car on the way to the garden centre, until I pull myself, muscles screaming out, water skidding off skin. It's a little bit of me thinking about Baywatch, but most of me running away from him. I always keep the wristband on, handed to me at the pool reception when I'm showering. And imagine I've been to a festival. I even work out the lineup. It's always amazing. Someone should pay me for that kind of thing. When I walk home, I always pass a saxophone practicing and think of Lisa Simpson. I wear my hood up to disguise my wet hair and the rings that I've deeply suckered around my eyes that make it look like I've been destroying the life in me rather than making it stronger. I leave him behind, watched over by swaggering lifeguards, drowning, knowing that like me, they can't save his life, but like me, they will be back for him in the morning.